Hi, this is Coach Annette Brent, your transformational self-care coach. And today in this video, I want to talk about the attitude of I'll deal with it later. Whenever we put off something and justify it by saying, I'll deal with it later, we are making such an assumption that we will have time at a future date to deal with it. And you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say that time is not guaranteed to any of us. There's no guarantee that we'll be in a position, even if we still are here, to deal with something later. We do that with relationships, and there's no guarantee that the relationship will be waiting for us to deal with it, whatever that it is, later. We do it at our jobs. We do it with our goals. We do it with our health. And I've done that. I've said to myself, I'll deal with it later. If I've when I had a negative test result and my doctor told me these are the things that you need to change right away, um, I said, okay, right, whole wheat pasta, more veggies, more grains. Okay, I'll deal with it later. She said, you need to get more exercise. And I figured, I walk here and there. It was very sporadic. It wasn't on a regular schedule, but I said, I'll deal with it later. So there were a collection of later moments that turned into the day when I got another test report back. And the results were that, you know, I was already, I was past being borderline diabetes type 2. I had reached that level. So deal with it later. What does it cost you? Stop the clock right now and ask yourself, okay, by me saying I'll deal with it later, what has happened to this situation? And I bet you it's gotten worse. And you're putting it to the side. You're ignoring it. You're saying, I've got time. Or you might be in denial, saying to yourself, it's not really happening, or it's not really that important. And when my doctor told me that, I was, when she said, look, you got to make some changes, some dietary changes, um, I was like, all right, let's see. I am in my 40s. I got time. I'll deal with it later, you know. And what, I this is not planned. He wants me to deal with him now. Anyway, so I'll deal with it later. What does that cost you dealing with it later? Um, I hope that you choose to deal with it now. I put off doctor's appointments because I didn't want to deal with a possible negative outcome. I didn't want to hear, oh, we've got to up your medication. But today I said, no, 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 you'll deal with it now. And I made the phone call 10 minutes. 10 minutes versus months of procrastination. So you might not have later. Later might be too late. Um, Luckily, I still have some time, and I pray to turn this thing around, to improve my health. But what if you're later, what if it's fatal? I have lost friends who probably put off dealing with it till later, and then later was too late. So, as good as you feel right now, in spite of your condition, don't take time for granted. It only takes a minute. Okay, find adventure and drama in other areas that aren't going to cost you your health, your life, your livelihood, and that of your family and your loved ones, because we're all affected when someone close to us, when their health is compromised. So take care of yourself, and remember that you have to love yourself first before anyone else can do it for you, because you set the precedent. So send out a message that says, I care about myself, I respect myself, and I'm all about self care. Be all about self care for 2014, and you cannot go wrong. So that's my message, and have a blessed evening. Bye.